And we back. Today is the Trent Franklin career sim. Some of y'all looking at me like, Kenny, who the heck is Trent Franklin? And that lets me know everything I need to know about you. Because that means you haven't been watching every single video. So our first video in NBA 2K22, we found out that the G League players in the game are super OP. One of them's like a 97 overall, and that would be Trent Franklin. He's an absolute god. Now, I'm doing this video now because I pray that 2K fixes this so we don't have to deal with this whole 2K22 cycle, but I also be giving 2K too much credit, so maybe this is here to stay. First thing we have to do is determine what team he starts off with. This is really big because, like I said, dude is like a god. He's basically the best player in the entire game. So if you start off with him, you might be getting the championship. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's find out. He looks like he is going to, oh my god, the 76ers just was the 1 seed last year. Things didn't work out. They get eliminated by the Atlanta Hawks, and now they add the greatest player of all time. Insanity. There you go, Philly. Congratulations. Now, you only get him for like 1 year, maybe? I don't know. We'll see how loyal he is throughout the course of his career. But if you go over to free agency, there he is, Trent Franklin. You also got Eric Steele. You have George Brooks, AJ Cox, Henry Newton. These are not real players, as you could probably imagine. Oh, and now they're only expected to get $6 million a year. So, I would expect some of these players to get picked up. Now, Trent, let's go over Trent because I just saw his overall was a 97. I didn't really deep dive into him. So, he's a 6'9" power forward, 23 years old from Portland State, undrafted, 0 years pro, as you can see. What is he elite at? Well, he's a 97 overall, so he's elite at literally everything. I mean, well, I guess his post defense is not as great. His rebounding is about average. His athleticism is slightly above average. He's the smartest player on the court. He also has the most potential on the court. And he is overall the greatest player on the court. Shot tendency is ridiculously high. He's got almost every badge, maybe. I don't even know how many badges there are in the game of 2K22. Actually, I think there's like 80 something. So he don't even got close. I mean, 50 is an incredible amount. But he doesn't have every badge. But he's got some really good ones, I'll tell you that much. Shooting badge-wise, he's the greatest shooter since Klay Thompson, since Steph Curry, since, I don't know. At the power forward position, he's the greatest shooter since Dirk. He's got blinders, deadeye, hot zone hunter, sniper, all Hall of Fame, and then a bunch of really good gold badges. Playmaking-wise, remember, he is a power forward. Space creator, stop and go, break starter. Okay, all right. And defensively, he got clamps and intimidator, but you have to remember again that he is only 23 years old with crazy potential. It has to be somebody at his own position. Georges Niang, I'm sorry, my guy, you are getting released, and we are bringing in a better version of what you already do times 10. And just like that, he is on the team. Now, what would they do to start a lineup? I would expect them to start like Toby at the 3, or even Trent at the 3. I'm gonna do it for him. 6'8" Toby, 6'9" Trent. We're gonna do that. Look at this team, bro. Look at this. Oh, Joel Embiid, you know, the guy that was almost MVP. He's the second best player on his team now. Second best player on his team now. But this is only the first year. I don't really know how long he'll stay here, if he'll sign an extension once the offseason comes. But let's get into it. First game, they lose. They put up a crazy amount of points and a 42-piece in the first game of his NBA career. Jesus Christ, that is insane. They lost, but a 42, and then they beat. They're going to be putting up 140 per. Are they really about to be putting up that many points? 140 again? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is this the best front court of all time? Behind Tim Duncan and David Robinson? Maybe nah, I wouldn't dare say better. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let me make sure I don't have any control of this team, because I don't want to be the ones to tell them they can and can't make trades. So good luck to the 76ers. We shall see what happens in this video. I may have to record this one in 2 parts because I have noticed that the simulation speed in 2K22 is not as great as the simulation speed of NBA 2K21. It's not terrible either, but it's also 1 o'clock because I'm recording this video and I'm dead tired. Maybe you can tell, maybe you can't, but I told y'all that we were going to grind overtime once this game was released, and here I am fulfilling what I told you by not taking a day off even if I'm extremely tired. Now, Trent might wake me up. If Trent goes on the crazy career where he wins 10 championships and MVPs and stuff, that'll wake me up for sure. Giannis wins the MVP award, stolen away from Trent Franklin, who averaged similar numbers. Okay, he got more points. Trent has more points, Rebounds goes to Giannis. Assists slightly goes to Trent. Steals and blocks go to Giannis. Okay. Field goal percentage is about the same. 3-point percentage, well, you got the better 3-point percentage. Giannis, you might have deserved it. But it looks like we had a better record, so maybe we deserved it. We'll find out later. We'll find out later, depending on who wins the overall championship. I think in NBA 2K22, that first year Wendell Carter is going to win a lot of MIPs. Because he's putting up stats like this in this season. So, you know, be looking out for that. All NBA first team was not a thing for Trent. Second team, not a thing. Third team, there he is. But I have to keep remembering he is technically a rookie at the age of 24. But I would guess he had a better season than Jimmy. Never mind. Jimmy Butler is elite in this game. One thing I can say about 2K, there are some players that had the reputation in previous 2Ks of being bad in simulation. Jimmy Butler was one of those players. And now they're letting, like, Jimmy unleashed nowadays. 25, 7.5, 7.5. Jimmy Butler might be one of those players we add to must trade for list. Jimmy, don't call me James Butler. And then I made a tweet on Twitter and well, that's where you make tweets. And I was saying, if you see some inconsistencies when it comes to the ratings and the attributes, please hit a brother up, because we might be able to make some noise to get some things fixed. Some people are telling me that, like, Keldon Johnson has a 0% three-point tendency and yada yada, and we can potentially put in a ticket to get that all fixed. All right, so this team ended up being the #1 seed, as y'all saw. Trent was on fire. I think he made an all-star game, I would guess. All-star game, okay. But y'all got to remember, this man might not be here next year, so you got to capitalize. Whenever Trent is on your team, you better capitalize, because he might not come back for year number 2. So going against Charlotte in the first round and a 5-game series, then going against Boston, they started Danny Green now over Toby. It's not my team to tell him, but that don't feel right at all. And it wasn't right at all. But in his first playoff run of his NBA career, Trent averaged 28, 7.5, and 5. And did not get out of there with a championship or an MVP award. All right, but the Boston Celtics do go on to win a championship, though. So that's something. Do I want to just... I'm going to simulate straight to free agency. See how things go. See if my boy resigns. I mean, Philly will hit a lick. Whatever team gets him is getting him for the next 4 seasons at the... 3 seasons at the minimum is what I would say. Okay. He signed back to the 76ers. You got him. City of Brotherly Love. Trent's like he want to come back. And he's the only one of the auto-generated G League players to get a deal. No, this guy was a 2nd-round pick that left his contract on the table. Okay, so he is back in Philly. Will he get better from that 97 overall, though? He didn't get better in his overall number, but his defense is better, and his rebounding is better for year number 2. His badge situation got better. He gained 8 new badges going into this year. So, unstrippable. Did he have that before? I don't think he had that before. But, ooh, did he have way more Hall of Fame shooting badges? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping, but I definitely think he had a ton of Hall of Fame shooting badges. And now he only has 2. Interesting. Every single day I upload a video in his first month or so, I feel like we're going to be learning new stuff about the game. I feel like we're going to learn new stuff about the game. He got better as a player, but they were like, nah, we're going to take some badges away. Now, I mean, I guess technically they didn't take them away, but they lowered them. They lowered them. And you know what? I'm going to make... Let's see. Which one of these players is more suited to be a small forward? All right, so we made Trent Franklin a small forward so they could have all of their really good players in the lineup. So now you have Toby back. And maybe that was one of the reasons why they didn't win the championship, low-key, because I messed up their rotation. But we're going to look past that because they re-upped. They brought him back. You know, it would be a thing if they didn't have the money to bring him back, but they had his bird rights and everything. And is he taking a step back this year? A little bit. Uh-oh. Another first of the video, or of the 2K22 cycle. What does regression look like? Because we haven't done more than just a 2-year video. So we'll be checking that out in this video as well, man. Be sure to leave a like. Joel wins an MVP. Trent decided, listen, this is how you know Trent is the ultimate teammate and one of the GOATs. Sorry, Joel. I came in last season and tried to take over your team. This is your team. And he allowed Joel to flourish. He added 3 points to his points per game, almost 2 rebounds, better playmaker. Defensively, he was on top of his game, and he won an MVP award. Wow. And look at the Orlando Magic winning all the awards that have some meaning, but not that much meaning. Giannis does it. Patrick Williams was most improved, jumping up to 8 points per game. Bro, that's a back step from his rookie season. There's some things that Patrick Williams' tendencies that I don't like either. Obviously, his shot tendency is super low. But not his tendencies. His inside scoring is like a D. And I'm like, he's a little bit better than that, I would say. But who am I? A biased Bulls fan. No All-NBA team for Trent this time. Oh my God, this boy Trent that fell off. No All-NBA appearance, so he averaged 23, 8, and 5. He legit was like, Joel, you do your thing, because, I mean, he was an all-star, but that's all. Wow, that small forward change really changed him, I guess. Maybe I should have made Toby the small forward. But for the second year in a row, they are the 1 seed, but they're going against Brooklyn. Brooklyn was in a play-in game? What type of baloney is that? Yeah, come on, bro. What's the... There's no injuries in this video. Oh, we coming back? Oh, never mind. There's no injuries in this video, so it's not like Kevin Durant tore his Achilles or something. They were completely healthy and made it to the play-in with those star players. But here's our rematch game. Yeah, oh, they got Bradley Beal now. What the heck did I miss? Hold on. So they signed Wendell Carter for 1 year. The man just came off a most improved player and didn't have a contract, by the way. 2K22 next gen experience. So how the heck did you get Bradley Beal? Because you didn't trade for him this year. Was he there last year and I just overlooked it? Let's see. Because this is groundbreaking. No, this is his first year here. What is his contract situation? 1 year, $25 million. They still got Tatum. They still got Brown. How the heck did you end up with Bradley Beal? I'm so confused. How did you end up, or was Bradley Beal available in free agency? Question mark. I have no idea. Somebody let me know in the comment section. What's Bradley Beal contract situation like? They go to a game 7 and it is a big win. And they get past Bradley Beal, Wendell Carter, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Peyton Pritchard. Also Joe Harris, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Eric Bledsoe. They had a brick, bro. We beat them now. Conference finals is Giannis's team. Pretty much the same, except the fact that they have Clint Capella. Now, another 7-game series. I don't know why I didn't simcast the last one. I want to simcast this one. Because if it is close, I would like to see what Trent brings to the table. I know we're only 2 years in his career. We're probably taking a long time, but it's my video. And it's a weekend. What are you doing today? Huh? What are you doing today that you can't watch this video? Oh, it's a Ben Simmons day. Woo! And he went 6 for 6 from the line. Don't sleep on Ben. All right, so championship appearance. Shout out to Luka. Luka must be hard carrying for this 2 seed to go this far. Look at that. 34, 10, and 19. What are you averaging in the playoffs? In the playoffs, he is averaging 36, 11, and 8. Stop Luka, win the championship. Game 1, game 2. Trent brings Philly back to the promised land. Actually, it is Joel Embiid. I'm sorry. Joel Embiid dominating 37. That y'all really lucked out, though. Not saying that y'all couldn't win a championship without Trent, because Trent didn't even play that great. But his addition definitely helped. That's the only point I'm making. Let's go to player progression this time around. Obviously, he's under contract, so we ain't got to go to no free agency or nothing. I don't know about Joel or Ben Simmons, what their contract situation look like. But hopefully they're back. Keep the big 3 alive, plus Toby, so maybe it ain't just the big 3. Because at this point, Toby and Ben Simmons practically the same overall. But no improvement for Trent. He's already started to plateau. But his badge just got better. Glue Hands was on silver or gold going into last season. Now it's on Hall of Fame. So he is getting better. His defense is getting better. I wonder if this can be a year where he leads them in scoring again. Or is it best that he doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can be the best player on the team and not lead that team in scoring. It happens. Sometimes you could just be second and still be the greatest. And that might be what Trent is going for. 25-year-old year. So far, NBA champion, 2-time All-Star. Joel Embiid is making a case for one of the greatest centers of all time. One of them. One of them. Yeah, he's making that case. He's dominating. We are dominating. 68 wins. Lonzo, wait. Lonzo? Bro. Did Lonzo just make an all NBA first team? All defensive first team? What was those statistics looking like, Zoe? Because you got me a little bit excited about this coming to Chicago stuff. 19 and 11 and 6 rebounds, 2.5 steals and a block. Hey, if the Bulls get this version of Lonzo, even if it is later in his career, that's a steal of a contract. Oh yeah. Don't disrespect Lonzo Ball ever again. Wow. LaMelo not even there. That's Alonzo. But Trent is. Trent is an All-NBA player once again. Took a 1 year off, but he averaged 26, 8, and 5. Cool. Wow. Oh, LaMelo's there too. Hey, LeVar's going crazy about two of his kids making an All-NBA appearance. And now he's just calling up all the other GMs across the league. Like, you see what my other boys doing? Don't forget, I got a third one. And the third one's trying to get a job, man. Give him a job, bro. First round's a win for Philly. Round 2 is a win for Philly. Round 3 is a win for Philly. The Spurs made it to the finals kind of fast, didn't they? They got Colin Sexton, Jaren Jackson Jr. What I have noticed in this year's 2K, there you go, finals MVP, is that the turnaround in rosters is extremely fast. There ain't no way that the Spurs should have Colin Sexton and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Devontae Graham and Montrezl Harrell all in, what, 3 years? Like, how did they even do it? I don't even know how they did it. The turnaround in this game is ridiculous. $20 million there, $27 million there. So they paid them. Maybe they just had money and hit restricted free agency and just snagged a bunch of players. I don't really know. But it's I think it's a little bit too much, okay, the roster turnaround. Everybody looks completely different. And in a YouTube video like this, where we just having some fun and simulating is cool. But for the long-winded rebuilds and stuff like that, it ain't that great. It ain't that cool. Ben Simmons is on the last year of his deal. Trent is on the last year. He got a player option that he should decline. When did we get Chris Paul? You see what I'm talking about? Chris Paul just won a championship with us. How did we get Chris Paul? How did Chris Paul end up on... Oh, I'm already past the last season. How the heck did Chris Paul... Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris got traded for Chris Paul. Hey, CP won a championship, so I'm doubly happy that Chris Paul is on the team. Trent's overall goes up 1, but his physicals goes down 1. So it looks like we might hit the... Oh, his badges went down 1. Oh. Oh. Didn't his shot tendency go up? I'm learning. Hey, I know I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm seeing stuff. I'm pointing. I'm doing a lot of different stuff right now. But I'm learning a lot about NBA 2K22 right now. Chris Paul's starting to get worse at almost 40. What a GOAT, bro. What a GOAT. Wow. I am learning a lot about this game in this video. Is Trent kind of mid? Jeremy Grant is the 6th man for the Lakers. I hate to see that. 3rd seed for this team. Darius Garland is All-NBA first team. That's cool. 2nd team, you got Zach LaVine this year, but he's in the Clippers jersey. He's in a Clippers jersey. Okay. Don't necessarily love that. But we do get Trent. His numbers hit again. He's having these one great year, one not so great year. One great year, not so... I mean, I can't say not so great because he made an NBA team, but you get what I'm saying. He ain't putting up the crazy amount of stats that you want him to put up every year. It's like he's trying to figure out his role every once in a while. And because of that, it just don't go well. They get eliminated in the 2nd round this year round. I didn't feel like they were a championship team, so I didn't take my time. The Bucks win another championship. They got D'Angelo Russell on the team now. I just don't understand financially how all of this is working. Oh, he signed a 1-year deal. That's why. 1 year. Stop it. All right, so Chris Paul finally tries to retire, but I tell him no because in this universe, I am the commissioner, CEO, SEO, everything imaginable. Free agency year for Trent, though. First time hitting free agency since that rookie season. We'll see if he wants to come back to Philly. I low-key don't want him to. Nothing against Philly, obviously. But, you know, it's always good for a video when somebody switches up, and he does. Giannis came here, though. Giannis came here to play with Joel. So that's something. But Trent went to the Clips. Giannis, Joel, and Ben Simmons right now. Sheesh. Spacing, non-existent. But Zach LaVine and Trent Frazier, not Trent Frazier. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I said Trent Frazier. I had to remind myself who Trent Frazier was. He plays college for the Fighting Illini. This team is not good. Zach LaVine's made an All-NBA team, so that's something. But other than that, that team is buns. So even from a situation where he was competing for championships, but I don't know if he chased the bag. He chased the LA weather. Joel Embiid at 31 years old is getting worse. Oh, 4 drop. Yo, badges are still the same. Zach LaVine is dropping at 30. It looks like a lot of players start to drop around 30s. Well, except for Chris Paul, who's 40, and again, only dropping by 1 every season. Chris Middleton at 33, okay. Bradley Beal at 32. Dame at the Bulls have Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard, but they're past their prime for sure. So much roster turnaround, man. Like, if I went to every team, how many players do you think are from the original team? 1, 2. I guess Jaden Springer, 2. I guess this team actually got a decent amount. But, like, the other team, the Bulls, it ain't no Bulls players here. Not no original Bulls players. The Cavaliers, they got a couple, actually. They got their whole, like, cores there with Jonathan Isaac and now Isaiah. I don't know. We're taking over the Clippers to see what LA brings for our guy Trent. That boy might be out of the... No, he's not going to be out of the league soon just because he is already so good. But I expected him to maybe hit to 40 years old. I don't think he's going to make it to 40 if he's regressing already at, what, 26, 27. 21st in the power ranking, Peyton Pritchard, Zach LaVine, Trent Franklin. And since he is the highest overall player and nobody's even really close, I'm making him the 1 option to see what type of numbers he can put up. Mo Wagner, Daniel Gafford, Jakob Poeltl, some auto-generated guys, John Conchars here, Raul Neto, Robin Roy, Mac Lewis, a bunch of auto-generated guys. First game is the number 1 option against LA. Is a 32-11-4 game. Okay, he put up 22 shot attempts, so he's about to he's gonna try to spaz this season. I'm ready for that. I want to go to the All-Star break because since he is going to be the 1 option and he ain't got to worry about Ben, he don't got to worry about Joel. I want to see if he can be an All-Star starter because I have stopped every year and he hasn't been the starter yet. So hopefully this is the year. All right, live reaction. Will we get an All-Star starter? And Trent, he is an All-Star starter. Took him 6 years, but he did it. I'm so proud of my boy. And I'm looking at this. This is the worst screen possible. They got an All-Star at the bottom who's cut off. I can't even... Floyd Bowen? David Bridges? Their names are cut off, 2K. That feel like it can be fixable. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. But it feels like it should be. Franklin, what are you averaging this year? First of all, he put up a 50 piece earlier in this year, so that's a W. He's averaging 26, 7.5, 5.5 or so. 50, 40, 90 club again. This will be his 3rd year in a row if he keeps it up. And now it's time to go to the end of the year. I'm curious to see what type of regression he gets next year. Jason Tatum goes to DC and averages 32. Okay, Ben Simmons is now a 6th man, and he is elite at that position. Giannis, oh my God, defensively, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Giannis. Jesus Christ, that team is elite. 8th seed for our Clippers. All-NBA first team is not there. All-NBA second team is where we're at. Final stats end up being about the same as when we stopped. Defensive team, has he? I don't think he's made the defensive team yet, so I don't even know why I'm checking that. His defensive stats are amazing, but he's going against such elite level talent defensive side. He never gonna make it. But we gotta play in. We gotta play in. Regarding Corey Kispert, they got 3 players from that 2022 draft. We got Michael Porter Jr. starting at the 2. I guess his secondary position is shooting guard, according to 2K. I mean, okay, we traded Zach LaVine, it looks like, for Michael Porter Jr. Nuggets have Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball. They're back together. Oh, look, and Vucevic. Oh my God, the Chicago Big 3. They're back together. Jamal Murray's still there too. So yeah, let's see what happens. We won. This is gonna always confuse me. Trent had an amazing game in the play-in. He knew there was win or go home. It looks like they advanced, but they advanced to the loser game, and we advanced to the playoffs to go against the 2 seed, who are the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Kobe White, Anthony Edwards, Sadiq Bey, and 2 auto-generated guys. That's the guy, David Bridges. He made an all-star team. His name was cut off. That's him. So this team is good. They were the 2 seed, as you can see. So they got a little whip over them. Not Simcast, just sim through first game, second game, third game. Swept. That's fine. I didn't want to get out of the first round anyway. So that's the end of this year. I think he signed a 3-year deal with the Clips. So he's gonna be here for a minute unless they decide to trade him. Giannis wins Finals MVP again. He still's got 2 more years left. He's only 28, and y'all saw he was starting to regress. So let me see what he do this time. Will we get? He's down to a 91. Badges are being lost too. He might still end up playing until like 35 or so, but it's not looking good. A super down year. I don't know what his numbers look like, but he didn't make the playoffs. They were the 14th seed. He didn't make an All-NBA team. I mean, the numbers were terrible, but they are regression for sure. I mean, less points, less rebounds, less assists, shooting worse from the field. Is that the end of the almighty Trent Frazier from the G League to winning Finals MVP to winning? He didn't win no MVP awards. That was surprising to me. No MVP awards. But he came a very, very long way. Is that the end of him? I mean, it's not, but like, he plays for a bad team, for 1. He's already starting to regress for 2. I just don't see it on the horizon that he's going to win any awards. Now, you got to tell me, based on what you've seen in this video, is Trent a Hall of Famer? Is Trent a Hall of Famer? Now, he got a lot of years left. Maybe. He's down to an 87. He's not even the best player on this team no more. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the accolades again. 2-time champion. 6-time All-Star. I think 1-time Finals MVP. The other time is Joel Embiid. 4-time All-NBA. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. My fault for disrespecting you, Trent. My fault. He's a Hall of Famer. And remember, this video started because 2K allowed these G Leaguers to be in the league. It went from a player that should not exist to a Hall of Famer, probably. He still got years to get his averages up, to get his total points up, to meet the threshold that people say. And I think it's like 20,000 points or something like that. I don't know if he's at 20,000 yet, but a lot of people say if you hit 20,000 points, you probably gonna make it to the Hall of Fame. Now Ben Simmons is the most valuable player. No, low-key Ben Simmons be spazzing in his simulations, bro. Whether it's 2K21, 2K22, Ben Simmons' simulation is a god. That's just a fact. NBA? Those days are past him. But the boy Zoe be kinda hooping if you didn't know. That's my only point. That's all I want you to realize. My boy Zoe be kinda hooping. You see how I say my boy? As soon as you become a Chicago Bull, you become my boy. But if you weak, once you get here, you lose that title. So right now, Zoe is my boy. And I don't see him losing that title. I think Zoe's going to come in. He's going to play super solid. Evan Mobley wins the Finals MVP. This video ain't... Whoa, we got to... This is about to be a star-studded Hall of Fame. KD, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter. No, but Rudy Gobert? No, but dang. Why did they all do that 1 year? Oh, they snubbed some people. They didn't snub some people. Like Damian Lillard, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Bradley Beal, not first ballot. Not me, it's 2K, y'all. Don't be mad at me. But hey, this is a free agency year if I'm not mistaken. It is a free agency year. So we will see where he ends up signing. I don't believe that no matter where he signs, it's going to matter too much. And it's basically a race to the end of his career and a race for me to hit the hay. Because it is way past 1 o'clock when I started. He went to the Magic. Now, these are some of the other players over there. This guy, Eric Steele, is still a 90, yada, yada. And he's still playing in the G League, dominating. Nobody ever gave him a contract at $33 million. It seems like nobody gives the contracts to the G Leaguers, so they're kind of just there. Like, they went past all of these players to say, hey, 12 people want Anthony Davis. So, them being there doesn't mean anything. If anything, it's an eyesore to see. Because if I want to see the top players in the free agency class, I got to I got to go down like for 5 seconds. And it's a minor inconvenience, but an inconvenience nonetheless. That's all I'm saying. It's just an inconvenience. So his new team, it's him and a guy named Floyd. He got Floyd Bowen. He got Jalen Suggs. They don't have a center really, But they might legit be in contention. He might have went to the right spot to help him potentially win another championship before it's all said and done. We do want to go to player progression, though. He was down to an 86 or so. And then now, LaMelo's here with the Clippers. So they lost my boy and got LaMelo. And 84 at 30 years old. Only 33 badges. He still will be able to contribute. But he is definitely third fiddle now. I think this is the last year. K Cunningham is actually spazzing these last couple years. I know it's not about him, but I just want to see what his accolade look like. One-time MVP, two-time champion. So he's been doing great things, man. He's been doing great things in the later half of his career. But I think this is it. He didn't even have a contract this year, and his overall was like low 70s. There it is, 72 overall. Only took him 9 years. Only took him 9 years. And in those 9 years, he was a two-time champion, 7-time All-Star in 9 seasons. So, or I guess 10 seasons. So he was really good for a very long time. He just fell off the face of the planet very fast. You know, like, look at that graph. That was like a little gradual debut. It was over with. It was over with for him. His last year, he averaged 11 and 4. Overall, when it comes to his game highs, 54 points, 10 threes made, 21 rebounds, 13 assists, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 5 steals. But is he a Hall of Famer? He is. Nice. So these G League players being in the game doesn't really impact the game because they never get a contract. It's just kind of an inconvenience to have them right there, you know? And what we found out is maybe they fall off the face of the planet fast. I don't really know. Maybe Trent Franklin was different than the other guys. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like, man. It helped the channel out a lot, and we will continue to grind. Peace.